Section 15 is the first. Only 3 nodes. It's gonna go fast, I feel. Section 15. Humanity's whereabouts. Well, now, it would appear our suspicions about that strange spiriton signal we detected were warranted. We take it you servant creatures are capable of moving about in your spirit forms, then? And you sent your bodyguards away. Anyway, has the great Emperor finally gone senile in his old age? Our scans do not detect any explosives. The closest thing to a weapon appears to be your dagger. Tell us how exactly do you plan to damage our holy vessel with that? I figured as long as I got close enough, the rest would work itself out. I wouldn't be an assassin if I didn't have at least that much resolve. Assassin. Ah, yes, we vaguely recall seeing you somewhere before. Of course, this must be one of those alternate histories. How very strange. But you're saying you forgot what I looked like up until now. We've been governing this world for 2,263 years. Just how many attempts do you think were made on our life? Even we cannot count all the times we've been threatened for the secret of our immortality alone. Yes. He is the guy she tried to assassinate in real life. Did you think that you are our sworn enemy, that you would somehow be special among all the other would-be assassins? Well, we will say that when you came along, we were still looking for mortality in all the wrong places. Thinking back on it now, I believe you may have even done us a favor by inadvertently putting us on the right track. We should consider rewarding you for that. Oh yeah? So what are you going to do? Give me a medal or something? Now that you and your companions have made it all the way to Xianyang, we will honor you with a personal condemnation of your strange history. But you're going to lecture me now? Proper human history? What a pretentious name. You wear your arrogance in believing that yours is the only true course of events on your sleeve. In spite of all this arrogance, you behave as if your actions are dictated by morality. Thus we must convince you beyond all doubt which of our worlds is truly proper, as you would call it. Morality. So now you're going to tell me what this is good, just moral world, where you hold all the power, where you don't let even the tiniest seed of knowledge take root, and where you casually slaughter your citizens the instant they inconvenience you? You call that a good moral world? Absolutely. What more glorious purpose could there be for the human race? You don't think of anyone anywhere as human except yourself. You are quite correct. Okay. So yeah. Okay. I think that this confirms it. That, my earlier suspicions, and it's all pure speculation, but I legitimately think that this timeline's Qin Shi Huang would qualify as a beast. Because much like Kiara, he doesn't see anybody but himself as a human. Everything else exists for his pleasure, and his pleasure alone. So, I don't know why he isn't a beast. Maybe because he's already won? But as far as I'm concerned, this version of Qin Shi Huang qualifies as a beast of humanity. By concentrating this land's bounty in a single point, we become the ultimate human. Has any one individual ever ascended to such heights in your so-called proper human history? Behold our great wall encircling the sky. Behold the great harvest produced by the land. Who else could ever boast such greatness? Humans in groups cannot accomplish anything. They are shackled by discord, by conflict, by contradictions. So there will be no humans, no groups. A Zenren, a true human, shall have total reign over heaven and earth, and unite the species. Zenren, don't make me laugh. You call this blood mechanical monstrosity of a body human? You believe that only the only human body is one of flesh and blood, that one's status as a person is contingent on whether they have 2 eyes, 4 limbs, 10 fingers. Utter drivel. The true measure of a human is responsibility. It lies in bearing responsibility for this world, its skies, lands, and oceans, and all the lives who dwell within. Can those of you from proper human history choose which species will go extinct? Can you decide the amount of coal that will pollute your atmosphere? Can you prevent polar ice caps from melting? Or are you once successful at controlling your endless desires? We can do all of that precisely because we are the sole arbiter of this world. Thus we are human, for we bear all the responsibility of this world on our shoulders alone. Now as you're saying, this regime you've set up here has made your world complete. You really believe that? We do. You're a bigger fool than I thought. Being complete is just another way of saying done. This precious world of yours has no way forward. You're stuck with nowhere to go. Thanks to becoming a servant, I've learned all sorts of things I could never have known that in my own time. The future of humanity is all about possibility. I and those who know me as a heroic spirit have walked many distant worlds. You said to look at your great wall in the sky. I did. All I see is a monument to your Sotop will determine empire's limitations. You said you put that wall in order to defend against threats from other stars. Talk about preposterous. True, they'd have no way of building something like that in proper human history's 21st century. But if they'd had the same resources at their disposal, you can bet they'd use them just to explore beyond the world, not shut themselves away. But, Qin Shi Huang is a ruler. Your argument reeks of sour grapes. I'll admit we're off to a slow start. The Emperor might have succeeded at hurrying its evolution along quicker than proper human history. But I'll always bet your world's never produced anything quite like this before. A cell phone! What is this toy? If you think it's a toy, go ahead and scan it. You love analyzing stuff, right? What could be so impressive that a simple rectangle... time travel into the future is technically not possible. What the? It's an entire computer and it fits in the palm of your hand. If you shrank down to that absurd large body of yours and a component small enough to fit into this casing, could you even get close to this thing's performance? But so what? We commend your efforts in packing so much functionality into such a small device. But its processing power is still at barely 1/1,000,000th of our own. Did I mention that there are 4 billion just like it in proper human history? Oh ho 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 ho! Oh ho 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 ho! Wow, she's calling him out! Oh, 4 billion cell phone. 1 million cell... How many? Was it 1 million cell phones? 1 million cell phones have enough processing power as Qin Shi Huang. That's gotta sting, man. Gerda, from the Scandinavian Lostbelt, or the Norse Lostbelt if you wish to call it that. Precious Gerda, I can never hop again. This is a personal device. Almost every human in proper human history has one. But that's absurd. That's the very height of foolishness. You hand out processing power similar to our authority to the general public. Why do something so outrageous? Without anyone mitigating their desires, it's only a matter of time until they consume every resource on the planet. She is not. If that's all you think computers are good for, you're using yours all wrong. These things aren't generally used as computers. Originally, they were just communication devices that were gradually designed with computing capabilities. Communication? You heard me. People share their opinions, pool their thoughts, and work together to achieve a common goal. That is just one more tool to help make it happen. People have always wanted better ways to communicate. They've never stopped looking for ways to reach mutual understanding and prosperity. That's how people, the humans of proper human history, live their lives. Then you are saying every one of the people in your world is a full human unto themselves. You're right about one thing. There's no end of quarrels and disagreements. I'm sure we have a long way off from uniting everyone under shared principles and ideals. Maybe we never will. Maybe humans will drive themselves to extinction or suck the planet dry. Even so, we aren't done yet. And it's because we still aren't incomplete. We're always striving to go further than ever before. In our world, people are always moving forward towards something better. They're not just stuck in one dead-end world thanks to we think that it's a utopia. What you claim to strive for is nothing more than a pipe dream. You have no assurance you will truly attain what you see. Yeah, that's right, it's a dream. It could easily fade away if we're not careful. That's why we all hope for the same thing, that humanity can reach new heights that no one has ever seen. People who hold that dream become heroic spirits and answer the summon of those who share that dream. That is what servants, the executors of the counterforce, really are. We are a sort of being that you'd never think to see in your eternal regime. We see, so this better world of yours rests upon nothing more than a roll of the dice, as it were. Reckless. Far too reckless. You balance the fate of your world on a tightrope. One misstep could destroy all. We could never permit this. Yeah, I bet you wouldn't. That's why we find ourselves at an impasse. One of us has to die so the other can carry on guiding the Earth. Is that so? Then tell us then. How do you propose to kill us with that plain, ordinary dagger? Every one of Yipang Palace's defensive armaments is already trained on your person. You will not go one step out the door before you are simply disintegrated. I still don't get it to you. Proper human history is light years ahead of you in terms of communication and data storage and access. And in our world, with all conflict, any technology can be used as a weapon. Not that I'm proud of that. For example, did you know it's possible to poison a computer just by communicating with it? Oh snap! We gave him a virus! Yes! Oh, we gave him a virus! That's glorious! We gave this giant, city-sized robot man a computer virus because he's never had to develop antivirus software. That is awesome. Well, that toy, you in that toy. Yes, you obviously wanted to have a lofty discussion about worldviews and philosophy, but I'm really just here to kill you. Even if I had to goad you into scanning this phone, so you'd end up downloading the virus in it. Fine, and remember now your platform name on K. That's right, it's been a long 2,200 years, but I'm finally going to finish this. Jeez, Da Vinci, what virus did you give him? Well done indeed. What? Oh, no. We commend you, Genkei. This time we'll be sure to remember your name. You're only one to make us fear for our life not once, but twice. Man, I can't believe this. I promised Solar make it back safe and everything. I knew I never should have pushed my luck quite so far. Maybe it's just my destiny to always choke right at the very end. You are wrong there, Genkei. Her heroic spirit's true worth lies in dying with a smile even as you fail at what you set out to accomplish. And the Mothman cometh. The Mothman cometh. Genkei is gone. Assassin and Rider. We're gonna keep with Melt, I think, as our primary shooter. Because I don't know if we're up against if we're just up against the common rabble, then this is fine. Yeah. Hey, you're sure the giant emperor up there isn't gonna just fall down and squish us, right? Fall! Now that you mention it, Qin Shi Huang has been surprisingly silent. I expect to have heard something by now. Was Genkei successful? I certainly hope so. If she had been, then we should have heard back from her by now. It's unfortunate we had no choice but to let her handle a Pang Palace on her own. So, when should we go about looking for this Fusang tree? I'm quite certain you'll find it in the treasury, but I recommend stopping by the Ministry of Technology first, especially as it's right on your way. But if you'd rather leave that fancy car of yours behind, be my guest. On the Shadow Border. Well, it's no race car, but we certainly have been through a lot together. I only hope it's still in one piece. I'm not sure, it's very possible we'll find it completely disassembled and its components scattered across the floor. Hey, this concerns you too, Buster. Remember, we need the border if we're gonna get out of this Lostbelt. Yeah, I kinda don't want to be abandoned here. It is still one piece. Hooray! Foo-foo! Aha, now I see. Qin Shi Huang must have been something of a perfectionist when it comes to puzzles. That's why Qin Shi Huang took it apart and put it together again perfectly. Never had to be sure of understanding its inner workings. I bet Qin Shi Huang was great at building models. Now that we've got the border back, we can't lose. Oh, this is great. It feels just like coming home again. It looks like there's a box here marked leftover screws. That does it. Qin Shi Huang is going down so hard. Oh, you pissed off Da Vinci again. Oh man, she's breaking out her glasses. She must really mean business. Unfortunately, time's not on our side right now, so I'll have to do a full inspection and overhaul later. Now let's get out of here. As long as there's engines still work, we should be good to go. Oh, so you're the Chaldeans. This is surprising. I expected a huge pack of muscular brutes. I never imagined a brat, a little girl, and a bunch of scrawny weaklings. Oh, if it isn't Hanjin. Long time no see. Hanjin is one of the Han Dynasty's greatest 3 heroes. So in this Lostbelt, he ended up serving the Qin Empire. Oh, I don't work for the Emperor anymore. In fact, I was just relieved of duty. There's no reason for us to fight. Did you really think I was gonna just stand by and watch while you rolled off into the sunset? Lord Shinggong, that smile. Indeed, that is this look Lord Lu Bu used to have back when he was serving under him. I can practically smell the blood on you, you freaking creeper. I just want to wage war. What's the matter if there's a reason for it? Not to mention, I've got a lot of help here, and none of them is ready to admit defeat. So come on, warriors of proper human history. Let's do this thing. You, us, no restrictions, no holding back, just go to war for war's sake. There's nothing more exciting than going up against impossibly strong enemies. I can't wait. I was unaware Mount Lee had generals like this slumbering there as well. And And here, Qin Liang Yu has only fought to preserve peace.
Lady Liang Yu, oh sure, she was great. I love that whole pure and innocent thing. That shine wasn't gonna rub off after just revived 2 or 3 times. Me, on the other hand, I've been waging wars for the Emperor since that mechanical body. I crushed India, Egypt, Rome. I never saw the years of peace between. I was always kept on ice for those. Yeah, I bet you were, you freaking psycho. Nothing you do in peacetime but cause trouble. Everlasting peace is just a way of saying there's no more enemies to conquer. So I'm awfully glad you guys showed up. Last time I went back to Monthly after I crushed the Aztecs, I didn't think I'd ever get to wake up again.
This guy crushed the Aztecs, Wobble Fett. Do you hate him?
Now let me see what sort of messed up killing techniques you guys came up with in your distorted world where our empire never existed.
That means that this man is responsible for Quetzalcoatl stopping being worshipped. He destroyed Quetz. Oh, 16 enemies. And that was a guts. Okay. What do they all have? Charge each turn, activate on defeat, increase all allies 8 NP strength. Okay, so that's dangerous as heck. That is dangerous as heck. Increase all allies NP strength when the soldiers die. We need defense. Immediately. This is gonna be a challenge fight, I can already tell. Take down the guards first, because their NP is the most dangerous. Actually, is it? They'll get the NP buff. This is gonna be interesting. I'm not really sure how to approach this. Because it's 16 enemies as well. And they are literally chewing through my casters here. AoE assassins? I don't know how to approach this situation. It's odd, to say the least. I mean, it's not like they're tough enemies. They are beefy, I suppose, but... Hum, hummy, hum, hum. How do I do? I have shoot him. Push comes to shove, and I have to redo this one. I think we bring shoot him in. That's where push will come to shove. Good double kill is what I was hoping to get there. Oh, the burn! Oh, son of a biscuit. I didn't think that burn was so powerful. And all the Imperial Guards have that. That just made this a lot harder. That just made this monumentally more difficult. That evasion sucks, by the way. Evasion guts charge every turn. Waver. I need Waver to act here and give Proto a bit of charge as well. He's not going to do much, but something is better than nothing. So come in with Shootin is not a bad idea. Stuns are awesome. The assassins are still going to be an issue with their evasion starts. Let's do things like this. Backline puppet soldier will live. Doot. Maybe. If we're lucky, we might get a kill on the whole of the wave. If we're lucky. Okay, we're lucky. Good job, Melt. Two more Imperial Guards. They're really pouring these suckers on now. How long does the evasion last? Is 3 evasions straight up. That's actually very annoying. So we need to attack them 3 times in order to penetrate their evasion. And then they have guts. They charge 2 a turn. Oy vey. I don't think I got anybody in my roster that ignores evasion. Actually, Media would get rid of their buffs. Do we bring Media into this or not, though, is the question. Media removes buffs. She is a caster, so she would do extra damage to the assassins. The rider guards take extra damage from assassins. Okay, in this instance, not ideal, but Proto needs to get his NP off. He will bust through these 2 Imperial soldiers. Melt, you need evasion because you need to stay alive for a little longer here. So Excalibur,
yes, my master.
Melt, Waver.
Shield 13 decision start. これは世界を救う戦いである。少年。
Oh, 314 left! Melt! No, why? Remove buff with the NPs as well. That's kind of dangerous. And more of the Imperial Guards. Good gracious. I'm probably gonna go down. I gotta take out the puppet soldier. It's a danger. We stun the 2 others, which is good enough. The MP strength is annoying. Another soldier, but that's fine. Alright. Melt has her NP. The removing buffs happens after the NP strikes, unfortunately. But it's probably a good idea. We'll deal with 2 for the price of 1. And in fact, to guarantee things here... Dupe, dupe, dupe. I hope the guts can actually be removed now that I'm thinking about it. If that guts cannot be removed, I'm screwed. Okay, it can be. Thank goodness. There goes Proto. And there goes Waver. Leaves us with Melt, Mow, and Mash. Not bad. Alright. Target focus for yourself, Manmashu. The Imperial Guard needs to go down. He still has that evasion though, which sucks. So generate stars during this turn. So while that burn is hefty, it's not as dangerous as removing my buffs. Okay. Do it. A little bit of NP won't hurt. And then... Melt still has her evasion. How much longer it's gonna last, though, I don't know. Crit, crit, crit. Yes! Ooh, no. Okay. In this turn, get that invincibility and target focus. Mash is sadly probably gonna go down here. And then get me some stars, Mo. Actually, with that guy out of the way, Mash probably won't go down anymore. Burn will still hurt a fair bit. Okay, so just soldiers now. Melt doesn't have her evasion anymore. This could be a Mo NP next turn, though. It's not going to do significant damage considering they're riders, but something's better than nothing. There goes Melt. And actually, Mash having NP will... Okay, so she's basically back at Lord Caldeus, which is just defense, no attack buff. The defense buff will actually be very useful. Mo, get that Buster's Artifact. And doot. If, as I worried, I was not gonna kill them all. Son of a biscuit, another Imperial Guard. Mash, you need to take the heat one more turn. And take out this guard's defenses. There goes Mash. It's just Mo now. She's not going to survive this turn, sadly. But I can at least lower it down to just being 3 enemies, because I'm going to have to... use a Rainbow Quartz. I'm not using my seals here. There's so few remaining, and I will remake the Rainbow Quartz up here with the reward from this one. So there goes her. Use a quartz. I've got 328 of them. Melt, Merlin, Weva. By your powers combined, we shall win. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Waver drains. Merlin doesn't do much for us. But we can do it like this, and hopefully take out that other puppet soldier with a lucky crit. Stun them at least. Not a lucky crit. So there's only 3 left. And it's just another Imperial Guard. Alright. So, the Imperial Guard that's still living needs to be the first one to go down. Melt out. So we will melt him to slag. Get some attack buffs here. We're not going to need another melt out, I think. Get some stars. Alright. Boop. 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 The attack buff Smelts has, she should be able to crit kill with a quick card. I forgot that... Oh, actually, no, this will work. Because I can get rid of his guts. Okay, I forgot that we had already gotten rid of his evasion. So that worked better than I expected. Still has 2. Giving us 2 to get me some stars for next turn. Glorious damage melt. And we actually have her NP, so we got this. Game, set, match. This was a tough one, and it did take me an apple, like Rainbow Quartz, but I'm fine with that. A Rainbow Apple was used to continue this fight and finish it. Honestly, one of the tougher fights that I've had to go up against in FGO. This was one of the tougher ones. Some soundless bells and a silver ember, which will probably be added to my mana prism collection. Alright, this one is just assassins. I think we'll be fine with the setup. Yes, this is awesome. I love a fight to the death. There's nothing better than war. I can't believe it. These are the same soldiers we fought before. How can they be this much stronger just from a change in commander? Yeah, I hear ya, but it's been a long time since I was up against a general who could make your blood run cold. Monsters such as he are not unheard of in times of war. That said, I think this man's strategical sensibilities may even outpace Zhu Liang's. I'm glad to see you're enjoying yourself, Hanjin. Crap. Oh, hello, Captain. Are you such a hard ass like you want to be mixed up in a wild brawl like this? The Emperor asked me to keep an eye on you until this was all over. Oh, we really don't deserve such a wonderful Emperor. I can hardly believe the Emperor would care so much for a piece of trash like me. You said it. The Emperor even told me I was free to fight free to fight all I wished, as a reward for my years of faithful service. As you know, even old age can slow you down. Well, then let's get to it, shall we? That's one I can't think of any better way to demonstrate our loyalty to the Emperor than by going out fighting. Heavenly Emperor was kind enough to keep broken men like us ourselves in check by allowing us to serve. Now, the beast who can never find souls in peace can finally repay that kindness. The old man is an ordinary human. Does he truly mean to go up against servants with his bare hands? Oh, you better believe it. Trust me, don't take your eyes off him for a second. Even if he did catch me off guard, he still managed to stun my spear core with one blow. And that general isn't the only distinguished warrior here. That old guy's as tough as they come, too. You better not hold back against him. Oh, I'm not. I've got Melt. Melt's the pure definition of not holding back, after all. Well, my Melt is, considering the only thing not maxed out about her is her frickin' NP level. Okay, so it's just him, Captain of the Guard. 3 bars. We fight like there's no tomorrow, so he gets an attack buff right off the bat. A little annoying, but still manageable. 3 on a charge, though. That's gonna be troublesome. We're gonna have to time things out pretty well here. 4,800. Good lord, his crits. Oh, he's... Wait, what was that? Negate disadvantage due to class affinity. Attack disadvantage. Get that tactician's advice up and running here. He's scarier than I thought he would be. Still has the defensive weakness at the very least, but... Oh! He's a brute! Confusion? Oh, fuck me. Pardon the language. I need invincibility. I don't know what his NP is going to do to us. Melt, I need you to get an NP here. Without any of their buffs. There we go. Skills? Oh, that's what that does. Oh, screw you, Mr. Ignore Invincible. Okay. Okay, no playing around then. He needs to go down fast and hard. Fast and hard. This guy needs to die. Fast and hard. I need a Scotty. A Scotty with Sumo, please. Or not Sumo, but, Fragment of 2030. Wait. It's not hopeless yet. I cannot... I've got to vow. I got to use support servants. Alright, so we got to think this over. Waver is probably more beneficial to us than Merlin. Because that drain is going to be vital. We're going to lead with an NP, so... Am I really going to get rid of Golden Sumo in favor of K-Scope? I can't. It's going to take a while to come into effect, but... Combat uniform. Backline. Proto's not going to be able to do much to this guy. We need another caster. Eli or Sanzong? I think Sanzong would serve us better here. Cannot afford Chaldea lunchtime. Sanzong, you are going to be the one getting the K-Scope, just in case. Actually, should I give you... The extra attack's going to be more beneficial. Alright. This is how we're playing it. Captain of the Guard. Not many stars, but every star can help. Four turns until we gain access to it. Those is fine. Get us some crit stars here, Melt. Lowering that, getting rid of that attack down, or that attack buff will also likely help out a lot. Okay, so one Melt Virus was enough to break his first bar. Violent Fist, crit rate up. And he gave us a second MP. Thank you for that second MP, Captain of the Guard. Scotty's the target, so she is going to die. Sadly, no follow-ups on Melt's skills. So we have to build up Waver. Second bar is broken. 32 stars. Unrivaled. Attack up. Death chance up. Ignore invincible. Death chance up. That's kind of terrifying. Okay, no holds bars on this one. We don't have much in the way of crit up except for that quick card, so... Doot. Doot doot. Come on, Melt. You can do this. You can do this, Melt. Yes. Yes. Yes! Scotty was key. Alrighty. Oh, that could have been so much worse. That could have been so much worse. Scotty was key to that play. Scotty and some good melt straws. Some damn good melt straws. How in the world did he get this strong? We've neutralized the enemy fighters, although... No, it's alright. I doubt they have any strength to even stand up anymore. Man, who knew there'd be so many monsters in China? Can't believe these guys put up this much of a fight with nothing but strategy and pure skill. Let's hurry on. I have a feeling the Fusang tree's practically around the corner. Is the hall so big that we can drive through them? Zin, are you still breathing? Unfortunately, I never expected them to just leave without finishing us off. Don't they know how that goes against the rules of war? Still, that was a good fight. This building won't last much longer. If you can still stand, you should leave now before it collapses. As it happens, that battle really took every last bit of energy out of me. So I was hoping I might just be able to sit here a bit longer. I suppose we'll just have to wait then. You misjudged how much stamina you had halfway through the fight, didn't you? Did you think you could keep up the same pace as when you were young or something? To my shame, yes. I hate to admit that. I began feeling at my age at mere 150 years old, despite giving the Empire giving personal instruction in sage arts. You should have come to Mount Lee when you had the chance instead of insisting on staying on active duty. Man, I wish I could have seen you fight in your prime. I bet it was something to behold. Well, I suppose there was a time when I went around threatening my enemies with my martial arts. My, how time truly does fly. Those days I spent alongside the Heavenly Empire were more than I could have ever asked for. Some guys have all the luck. He looks so peaceful you'd think he was just sleeping. And he is crushed under rebel. The Chaldeans will soon reach the Fusang tree in the treasury. It will mean the Empire's most valuable mystic, the cornerstone of our peaceful civilization, will fall into enemy hands. No, right now the Fusang tree is more important than even that. Isn't it you? This battle will determine the fate of the world, and yet you wish to avoid it. I understand very well how foolish that request is, but I cannot bear to see you wield your swords any longer. Indeed, that is the only thing I desire, even if that choice should lead to an obliteration. But the world is in peril even as we speak. This empire faces unprecedented threat to its peace. My programming would not allow me to permit me to stand by while this happens. Forgive me, you. I cannot change who I am. Yes, you're right. This is who you are. In that case, I will accompany you. Please let me stay by your side until the very end. Guess who's back? Back again. You is back. Tell a friend. St. Quartz. Soundless bells.